think this should go without saying, but apparently this still has to be said. All bariatric clinics are made the same. We don't all have the same rules. Yet, if you are involved with the weight loss and bariatric community on the internet, you would think what I just said is false. You would think all of our rules are the same, and they're not. If you're about to have weight loss surgery, I'm gonna let you know some things that you should be mindful of as you're doing your weight loss surgery research. But first, if you've never seen my face before, hi, my name is Janae. I make a lot of content focused on wellness, fitness, and helping you live your best healthy and active life. So if that sounds like something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like this video, it lets the algorithm know that this is a good and helpful video, and share it with a friend that's about to have weight loss surgery because you all need to know this. So I had the gastric sleeve on March 2nd of 2023, and I am officially 18 months post-op. And just like you, I got on TikTok, I got on Instagram, and I got on YouTube to do a little bit of research of what weight loss surgery was, because all I knew is the TV shows. 600-pound life, 1,000-pound sisters, family by a ton. Like, that's the only thing I knew about weight loss surgery. No one in my life had weight loss surgery. And so this was a very interesting journey that I was about to embark on. And of course, I want to know all the tea. Now, I share my weight loss journey on the internet. I always have. And I knew once I got weight loss surgery, this was just going to be another chapter that I was going to share on all of my platforms. And with sharing my journey, you start to be involved in the community that you're sharing in. So when it came to weight loss surgery, I have a bariatric clinic like the rest of you all. And because I didn't know how weight loss surgery operated, I just went with the rules that my clinic told me, and I figured that that was pretty much the standard practice. No, it's not. As I share my weight loss surgery journey, I've always came from the lens of I am just sharing my own personal experience and journey and thoughts and any information that I get from my clinic and my medical professionals with you all. Whatever you do with that information, you're grown, is what you do. But I've never come from the standpoint of this is what my people said and this is what's law, unlike some other people. So with me sharing my journey and interacting with other people, I have learned that not everything that was a rule for me is a rule for everyone else. And not all bariatric journeys look the same. And I think if you are doing your research, that is important to know. A lot of people are finding me on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Instagram. And if you're not following me on my Instagram and my TikTok, make sure you go ahead and follow me. I do a lot of lives on TikTok, and I share a lot of my journey in my Instagram stories. So make sure you're following me over there. A lot of people have found me and enjoyed my content because I give a very realistic and transparent journey, because that's all I can do. I'm just sharing my journey with you all, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. And I wanted to let you all know, if you are about to start weight loss surgery and you're doing your research, here are just some things to keep in mind. That way you're not making your journey bad, but you're also not making yourself feel bad. Because what I have found is that people are starting to feel bad based off of other weight loss surgery creators, and I don't think that's right. And so I just want to bring some perspective to you all if you are about to start your own weight loss surgery journey. So let's get into some things that you should keep in mind. So number one, and I've already said this, not all bariatric clinics are made the same. All of our clinics are structured differently. Some are civilian based, some are military based, like myself. Some clinics, it's only the doctor. Some clinics may have other outside resources. Like my clinic, we had our surgeon, we had nurses, we have our bariatric psychiatrist, we had our bariatric registered dietitian, we had other people to help us on our journey that was a part of our clinic. Some people don't get any information at all, which I think that sucks, and I'm sorry that that is the case, and that is why a lot of people rely on the internet and creators to get their information, which could be a good and a bad thing. Some people will have a ton of information from their bariatric clinic. With that information, some people will have rules, some people will have guidelines, some people won't have anything. My clinic really stuck with guidelines and guidelines that pretty much had a timeline. There was never or an indefinite on anything with my journey. So I say all that to say, at the end of the day, no matter what information you come across on the internet, on YouTube, on social media, whatever you get your information from, the end all be all is your bariatric clinic and your bariatric doctor and your registered dietitian and your mental health specialist. The people who are taking care of you, who actually know your medical history, those are the people that you should always listen to first and foremost. What you choose to listen to and not to listen to from your people is your choice. You are grown. I say that all the time. We are all adults here. What you decide to do is what you decide to do. But that should be your first source. Number two, if you are going to get your information from the internet or just take any helpful tips, no matter what the case may be, find the creator or the person who is sharing their journey that aligns with you. I don't understand why people find people that don't align with them. If their lifestyle is not something that you want to live, don't follow that person. Don't leave them hate comments, but don't follow that person. Find the people that you can connect to. And so for me, I live a very realistic life after weight loss surgery. I indulge in a lot of different things that most people won't, like alcohol, like fast food, like sugary food, sweets. I mean, whatever the case may be, I hold no limits on myself. I also work out a lot. That might not be somebody else's cup of tea. And so I might not be the creator for you, or I may be the creator for you. So find the person who aligns with your journey and that's given that journey transparently and realistically and authentically. That way you can see, well, what can your life look like after weight loss surgery? This person is living the life that I pretty much want to live. What can I learn from them? From their shortcomings and from their success. What can I learn from them? That way I can tweak my own journey the way I want it to be. Now, with that being said, not only do you want to be mindful of the creator that you're following, but you also want to be mindful of these bariatric coaches. Let's talk about that for a second. I see this a lot on TikTok. I'm really heavily involved in the bariatric community on TikTok than on Instagram. TikTok really just feels more like a community, just the way the app is set up. So there is a trend of bariatric coaches, people who are a year, 2, 3 years post-op, who are now offering coaching services to help you be successful on your weight loss surgery journey. I think this is very tricky, very harmful. These people are still young in their own weight loss surgery journey. A lot of doctors say that the weight regain can happen about 5 to 7 years post-op. And so I, just using my own critical thinking skills, don't think that it is smart to pay for services from people who haven't shown the longevity of what they have done in their own weight loss surgery journey for me to pay for their services. Does that make any sense? And so, especially as a woman, you haven't had any children after weight loss surgery, you haven't gone through any real hardships, you haven't even hit the 5-year mark yet you're coaching me for me to be successful. Make it make sense. And there are a lot of people that I do follow on TikTok that are 10 years out, 20 years out, who have done the bariatric divorce and had the bariatric baby and who have gained weight and lost that weight again. Those are the people that I personally aspire to be like. Like, you have really lived life and has shown us that you can maintain your weight loss after all that life has thrown at you. And so I just want you all, if you are new in your weight loss surgery journey, to be mindful of these bariatric coaches and put your critical thinking hat on. Why would you pay someone when you're already technically paying your doctors? You pay for healthcare, right? You get healthcare, right? You get these services paid for, free, whatever way your insurance is set up. You already have these medical professionals to give you the services and guidelines, who actually knows your medical history, who can draw your labs, put the referrals in, put the scans in, whatever the case may be. They can do that for you. A bariatric coach, in my opinion, is like a life coach, a health coach, a nutritionalist with a certificate. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, because I too have all of these certificates. I'm a personal trainer, I'm a nutritionist, I'm a health coach. I got all of my certificates online, so I don't mean any disrespect when I say this. But what I found with my own health journey is that when it comes to weight loss and our internal health, it should really come from people who are professionals in this, because this is life or death. This is life or death we're talking about. The foods that we put in our bodies can affect our internal health. The way we go about our journeys can affect our mental health. And I've reviewed some of the content from these bariatric coaches, and I just think it does more harm than good. But to get off of the soapbox, we are all grown. You're gonna do what you wanna do. I just want you to be mindful. The next thing I want you to be mindful of, again, not all bariatric clinics are made the same. Not all of the rules are made the same. And so I want you to be mindful of that when thinking that you're doing something wrong because someone else is or isn't doing something. For example, there is a lot of debate about carbonation, a lot of debate about straws after weight loss surgery. Some of us don't have the same rules. So for me, for example, I had a 6-month straw rule where I wasn't supposed to drink out of a straw for 6 months. I broke that rule in 2 weeks. Again, we have our rules. It's up to you if you're gonna break it or not. When I went to my 2-week follow-up, I told my bariatric clinic that I broke the straw rule. It's the only way that I can stay hydrated. And they're like, well, does it make you uncomfortable? Are you drinking too much at a time? Are you taking in too much air? Okay, this is just a guideline. It's not set in stone. So if you're good, I'm okay with it. When I shared that on my TikTok, a lot of people said they don't even have a straw rule. They woke up with cup in hand and there was a straw. There you go, start sipping. Some people are like, I can never drink from a straw ever again. Remember, our bariatric surgeons, they are people too. They're also gonna have their own biases. They're also gonna do their own research, go to their own conferences, have taken care of so many people over the course of their own careers that their belief system is based off of that. The rules that they give to you is going to be based off of that. All of our doctors are made differently, and so they may not have the same rules is the point. They're not going to have the same rules because they all believe in different things. And there is no, this bariatric clinic, this bariatric doctor is right and yours is wrong. No, we can only go off of our own internal health and the information that they give to us. And that's that. With that, because I work in healthcare, I understand that it is all patient-centered. Everything that they do is with you in the center. So press your providers with the information. Ask them questions. Why are we afraid to ask? Well, you gave me this rule. Why? Where does that information come from? So that I know, so that I can have a better understanding. You don't want me to have caffeine? Why? What does it do? Oh, it may give me ulcers. You don't want me to have ibuprofen and not have the bypass? Well, why? Oh, okay, now I understand. But the sleep patients, they can have it. Like, ask the questions. I do understand that there are just some topics that your bariatric clinic won't talk about. They won't end up bringing up. No fault to theirs. These people, majority of them, will probably not be a bariatric patient themselves. I was fortunate enough that my bariatric coordinator was actually a bariatric patient from my own clinic. And so he definitely got it. He understood exactly where we was at. But again, that may not be the circumstances for your own bariatric clinic. And so if there is some information that you have not heard from your bariatric clinic, this is where these type of resources are good and helpful. But again, you may come across some conflicting information. And so if there is something that your bariatric clinic has not talked to you about, you heard on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, take that information back to your clinic, especially if you're within your first year, you're doing a bunch of checkups. Talk to them about it during your checkup appointments and see what they say. Have them get back to you if they don't have an answer. Follow up through email, whatever the case may be. I have personally covered a lot of information regarding weight loss surgery, but again, through the lens of my own personal journey, from the information that I've researched, from the information that I've gotten from my own bariatric clinic. And I am going to continue to give you guys as much information as I possibly can, update videos as I even learn more about things, and just be a tool and a resource for you guys, because I know I'm always gonna give it to you real, okay? There is a playlist on my channel called Weight Loss Surgery. That's where all of these types of videos are going to live. I already have a good amount of videos on there, but there is a lot more to come. That is gonna be it for this video. I really wanted to give you guys something to think about as you're doing your research for weight loss surgery or beginning your weight loss surgery journey. Just some helpful things to be mindful of. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon. That way you're notified every single time I post a new video. If there are some things that I forgot, let me know in the comments below. And how is your weight loss surgery journey going? How's your research going? What are some things that you're learning? And what are some things that you want me to talk about that I haven't talked about already? Make sure you're following me on my Instagram and my TikTok. This is where we chat more, where you can connect with me more, and where you're getting a little bit of different information from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.